Hello guys, Bitcoin here today, and to celebrate the the cryptocurrency bull market, I'm giving away 0.001 worth of Verge for one lucky winner. All you need to do is to sign up on Binance with my referral link, follow me on Twitter, comment your 2 letters of your email and your Verge address on the Twitter post. Draw at 7,200 followers. So if you haven't signed up on Binance yet, if you're new to cryptocurrency, I'll give you a head start. I'll I'll give away some Verge for one of the persons that signs up until till the 7,200 followers. So I'm at 7,167, so it's not much time left. The markets have been great, really awesome. The bull market is starting again, and like in the last video that I submitted a while ago, I said that I'm bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general because it's like I said, crypto isn't going away. It's more companies, more big businesses want to get into crypto. There are a lot of places, especially in Japan and even in Ukraine, where you can go to a street market and pay with crypto. I can't remember the article or the town or the bazaar, the market in Ukraine anymore, but you can look it up. It's on my Twitter. You still have to go down a little bit. I post a lot of news about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general. Big fan of Verge for a long time. I believe that that Verge and other cryptocurrencies are coming back because if you just take a look at the charts, right now I'm here with Dogecoin. Dogecoin rose from 38 satoshis to around 95 in 3 days. So like this one, we have many others. The bull run is starting. Dogecoin really have a massive run up. It's consolidating again, but it's like I said, I believe it's going to get higher. We're seeing here on the daily chart, this is Dogecoin and Bittrex, which have been trading Dogecoin the longest. You can see here the monthly chart, but the monthly chart is not very good in that regards, because although Dogecoin has been around and Bittrex for a while, Dogecoin was around even before Bittrex, so we can't take that. But I like the 1 week. The 1 week is a good indicator. Sometimes you can see here that the low was here, so it was an important support, which it didn't break this time. That was the first support when, at least in the Bittrex data, when things started to go up again. You can check out Verge. I'm not using Bitfinex because it hasn't been around for a while. So in regards of XVG BTC, I'm not even going to use Binance because although Binance listed Verge late last year, it has been the longest time on Bittrex. You can see here quite clearly how it all started with Verge, you know. So Verge was at around 1, 2, 2, 3 Satoshis, four or five Satoshis for a long while, like you can see here. So the data here started at where is it? 22nd of February that it was listed on Bittrex 2016. So 3 years later we had Verge at 2,000 Satoshis. It's now sitting, and that was last year in the great crypto bull run last year, which a lot of people lost money because unfortunately they FOMO'd in on the highs. I never advise people to get into highs. You know, take a look at a graphic. You know, I know it's hard to control your emotions, but you just have to take a look at the chart. When you see something like that, you know, you have to check where are the lows. We are still at the low right now. Still at the low. We can go to the perhaps the 1-day chart, which makes a better perspective. I draw the line here, but I don't know if it is quite accurate. Maybe this one is actually better. Although I'm into technical analysis, but technical analysis, you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt because it tells you a lot of things, but it's not accurate all the time. That's why it's actually much of the indicators and everything else. It's based on theory. It's not a proven science, but it works for experienced traders, you know. But I guess you have to put in the time, and sometimes you don't understand it, and sometimes patterns show up, and then they don't finish through. They retrace. So you have to take technical analysis. They're good indicators, you know, especially like now, you know. When you're in a bull market, it's actually easy, you know. It's actually easy to make, not to make predictions, because it's like I said, technical analysis is a good indicator for really experienced guys that has been using it for a while. But the main thing that I'm trying to focus in here is that although like in the case of Verge, it has been gaining for about 3 or 4 days or 5, I don't know. But like you can see here, that was the latest bottom in here, 168 Satoshis. It's at 255. And what I want you to take from this is that we bottom out. It seemed like we bottom out. We still could actually go lower. 56 Satoshis might be the next support, you know. You never know in these cases, but I believe that Bitcoin is the main indicator. Bitcoin is rebounding. You know, we haven't started to see the massive gains or close to the 20K that we went last year. But the bottom line is, yeah, like you can see here in this chart, everything is starting to bottom down, and the bottom line is we might start to see a big run up again. You know, we're already in September. The massive bull run last year started around November, so we had about 1 month and a half of a very big gains, big massive gains in 1.5 months, you know. And then everything started to break down. Since then, you know, so the top on BTC altcoins actually still rose after that. So after the 16th of December, everything went down. So the bottom line is we have been in this position for around 9-10 months, you know. 10 month of a bear market. It's actually 9. Yeah, it's actually 9 months of a massive bear market. But like everything else, like everything else in life, what goes up has to go down, and what goes down has to go up, and that's how the markets play. And like we can see in here, I believe we have bottomed out. We still might see some consolidation, but I believe that this triangle actually says the whole picture. BTC corrected very hard, from almost 20k or 20k in some exchanges, from 20k to, let's see where the bottom here actually was, from 20k to go, that was the lowest bottom in here, to 5k. It's a lot, and a lot of people are predicting it, and I've been in the crypto game for a while, and it's like I said, I think we're going to see no new all-time highs again. I don't know if it is still this year or at the end of the year. You can't stop Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if many of you don't know or haven't been around, Bitcoin used to cost about 20 cents or 50 cents or whatever, and the bottom line is, it was at 20k and now it's at 7k, and I believe it's continued to go higher, because a lot of people starting to see potential. Of course, governments don't want that because they don't want to lose capital. They don't want people to lose faith in their fiat Ponzi schemes. So, of course, they're trying to restrict, but now a little bit of the inverse is actually going on. Businesses have started to see the value in it, and there is value because people give value to it, and that's what makes a currency work. Why do you think that the euros or dollars work? Because people have faith that you can pay stuff with it, and fiat currency just works like that, because we have to realize that we, the people, give the power to a currency, although they make the money and they make the rules out of it. We accept these rules. The bottom line is that, because they really don't have any power, and the power of Bitcoin and any decentralized cryptocurrency like Verge, which is actually a privacy coin as well. You can choose to be private or not. They're decentralized, man. Nobody can own it. Of course, the early adopters, the early miners, in the case of POW, proof of work, you have to mine, you have to use equipment, you have to use GPUs and CPUs to mine these coins. And the guys that start earlier, of course they're going to get higher rewards, because the rewards when you start mining a coin like Bitcoin in the beginning, I don't know, I actually really can't remember, or don't know what the reward for the first, I don't know, perhaps 100 or 500 or 10,000 blocks, but the bottom line is that Satoshi, if he's alive, well, the bottom line is, he created Bitcoin. He created the blockchain, and the bottom line is, he was one of the first that started to mine. One of the first, no, he was the first for sure. Start mining Bitcoin, and the bottom line is, if Bitcoin gave away about, I don't know, perhaps 20k or 2k to 2,000 Bitcoin or 20,000 Bitcoin a block, and he was the only one that was mining it, you see, these are the early adopters, because the guys that accumulate the most in the beginning, these are the early adopters. Of course, the bottom line is, along the way, many coins got lost. Many people bought and sent Bitcoin to the wallets, but forgot about the wallets, or deleted the passwords, or the private keys. The coins are gone, and there are many lost coins out there. Some estimates talk about I don't know if it is between 2 million and 4 million Bitcoin are actually lost and not going to be recovered forever, you know. And the bottom line is we're talking about 26 million if I'm not mistaken, but we can check it here. The computer is a little bit slow, but we can check here how many Bitcoins will actually be mined. So we're already at 17,000 circulating supply. Yeah, 21 million, man. There will be only 21 million Bitcoins mined. It's going to take some years, I believe, 10 or 20 years until all the coins are actually mined. But just to give you a perspective of all of that, all of the 17 million that are in circulation, you have to take about 2 to 4 million away from it because they're just gone. People got them, forgot about them, or lost the private keys, or lost the wallet. You know, there were a lot of guys, especially about 3 or 4 years ago, you know, that mined Bitcoin or bought Bitcoin, and then that must be around when Bitcoin wasn't worth much. You know, people actually thrown their hard drives away, and they were trying to get it back. But yeah, the bottom line is that these coins are gone, and they can't be brought back unless you know the private key, and that's how the protocol in every decentralized coin actually works. So it's just the way it is, you know. And I believe that we're starting the cryptocurrency bull market again. You know, it's like I said, we've seen, like I shown you in the charts. You know, we have bottom out, and like you can see here, Verge is actually going up. So the bottom line is just today we're 4.45% up. You know, and just looking at the chart, you don't have to be a big wizard, you know. You don't have to be a big technical analysis guy, but when you start to see the lows, or when you feel that the lows are near, you know, when take a look at here, you know, that was the low. Of course, Bitcoin had a massive bull run, and then it went down. So it went down here to that's Bitcoin. Let's take a look at I'm showing you the Verge chart, but every other chart is the same. Not exactly the same, but they're very similar. Take a look at Litecoin. You know, Litecoin at this moment, it seemed like it found support in here. It was already in the support line here. It actually went lower. It might hold, it might go down, but you also have to take a look at these indicators. You know, the RSI has been oversold for a very long time, and now it seems like it's actually going up. The MACD says the exact same thing. In Ethereum, it might have bottomed out. You know, there's a resistance in here. I meant the support, but not a very big one. But yeah, it has found here some support. It could actually continue to go lower, but you know, it's just how it plays. But like I'm a little bit into technical analysis, I like to make this, you know. Although that doesn't mean anything. I like to draw the line here, so the bottom line is talking about, yeah. So if Ethereum hasn't bottomed out yet, could still take a little bit longer, but it's like I said, you know, Bitcoin has been reversing. Some coins already have corrected, other coins that haven't, like perhaps Ethereum, it might not be done yet, you know. Ethereum might not be done in that regards, but I'm actually checking the wrong indicator. Let's check here. Bittrex has Ethereum also the longest. So the bottom line is that's how it started for Ethereum, you know. So yes, there is big support where it stands right now. If it breaks it, this one should be the next one. If it breaks it, this one here is the next one. So the bottom line is support and resistance is lines, is where does it struggle to go up or down, you know, and that's how you see it. Of course, most of the other coins, you know, let's check out XRP a little bit for a minute. XRP, well, XRP, it's another one like Ethereum, you know, that might be the bottom. It found support around this level. If it doesn't hold, you know, we could be seeing there's a little bit of support in here as well. 3,000 satoshis, if not 1,223. You know, that's just how it works. But it's a question of catching the bottom. Although we can't catch a bottom and catch a top, you know, it's a fantasy, you know. I tried it, many guys try it. Sometimes you get close, lucky shot, sometimes you don't. But the bottom line is, even if it continues to go down, you know, if you want to open a position, maybe if you want to buy some, that might be actually a good idea. But it actually looks good, you know. Just taking a look at this triangle, you know, it fits in line. That Ripple might, and I'm actually looking at the charts and I haven't made this yet, so it's another discovery for me, because you take a look at a lot of charts. I take a look at a lot of charts, and sometimes you don't look at others, you know, just extensive, because you really have to look into it. You have to be constantly updating the charts to check out where it is, where it might go. So yeah, Ripple, and this is actually the first I'm actually discovering right now. Ripple might actually be close, you know. Ripple might actually be close for a bull run, because Ripple hasn't broken out yet. There's a lot of coins that already broke out, and some others haven't, you know, and they're correcting. Like Ripple. Ripple is correcting it. It hasn't done correcting yet. Maybe soon. You know, we're seeing here the support. So just taking a look at the chart, you know, it might be close. It might be very close. And that's the one thing you have to take in attention right now, because it might break up. And how you can see that it will break up? Well, when you see, well, I'm not giving something granted, you know, but if you start to see a little go up, sometimes it goes up in here, it might do this, you know, because this is a resistance level, like it was in here. This is a resistance level. So if Ripple may go to this level and fails, it might go down again and retest. It might continue to go down. But yeah, Ripple is actually a good buy zone. But what you have to take into consideration is, even if you think about buying it, you know, and if it turns against you, if it goes down, don't go all in on it, you know. buy a little bit of amount. And in the case that Ripple continues to go lower, the next resistance should be around this level, 36.93, then around 28.70, then 12.23. I'm talking about worst case scenarios. It might happen. I don't believe it will, but don't take my word for it, because you can't be sure on these things. But if you, just like I said, if you bought in here, if you're thinking about buying in here, don't buy a lot of it. I don't know what's your budget, but do the thing, what you're trying to spend, spend about, I don't know, 20%. If it continues to go down to this level, you spend another 20% of the total budget. If it continues to go down, another 20%. And if it continues to go down, another 20%. But it's up to you how much you want to invest. But it's like I said, and why do you want to do this? Because you're averaging the cost, the dollar cost on the way down. Because when it turns, and it will, when it turns in your favor and when it starts to break out again, if you averaged, if you dollar average, if you dollar cost average everything, it doesn't have to go much higher for you to be in profit. That's how players work, and that's how I've been playing this a little bit. Of course, I bought Ripple not much. I've been buying Ripple for a while now, and it has been going down, I haven't been buying Ripple lately, but I actually bought other coins because I believe that they're already on the way to getting up, and that's the way it works, Don't try to get in here or here or here or here. No, man. You just have to take a look at a chart and see. Well, it might have bottomed out. You buy. Oh, it's going to go a little bit lower. You check. You go check. Where is the next support zone? This is the next support zone. If it continues to go down, it is at this level. And if you decide to spend a little bit, you don't even have to spend more than what you spend, because the dollar cost average, will do it for you. Because if a Ripple costs now 4,681, it will when it reaches this next resistance, this next support, it's 33.64. So if you spend the same amount of money that you spent on the other one, you will get more Ripple out of it, And if it continues to go down to this zone here, 3,035, and worst case scenario, 1,141 satoshis, So your dollar cost averaging. So the bottom line is, it means you've been buying here. So the dollar cost average should be around here, around 29.52, and that's already good, because if it bottoms out in here, when you're already in this level again, you'll be already in profit. Not much, but at least you'll be in profit. Yeah, you just, for guys that are starting in crypto, you have to learn. It's not easy. It's going to take a little bit of time, depending on the dedication. Of course, some guys are naturals on reading charts and pick it up right away. Others don't, but don't be emotional, because if you fall into a coin, that's the best deal you'll ever make. It will be hard sometimes, but try not to be emotional in crypto, because if you're emotional, if you let your emotions do the buying and the selling, you're going to get burned. I've been there. Everybody that started in crypto been there and done that. And usually I don't day trade, I don't like to day trade because it's proven that 9% of the people, 90% of the guys that try or day trade, they lose money because they want to I bought in here, now it's going up, so they sell, and then it continues to go up, and then they buy again. But then if the chart turns, because it doesn't go straight away like you can see here, and every time if it goes in the other direction, you're already fucked. So the bottom line is, the best strategy is to hodl. If you want to hold a coin for, I don't know, you have to put on objectives on that. If you want to hodl a coin about 1 month or 2 months, or let's say I'll buy Ripple in here and I'll sell when it reaches 100, when I reach 100% profit. You can do that, you know. You hodl it. You can put it on an exchange, although the best way to store your coins are on your wallet. You know, exchanges are good, but are good until they're not anymore, because they can get hacked. That already happened a lot of time, so it's never a safe thing to leave your coins on the exchanges. But there are some good exchanges, but it's like I said, it's not 100% bulletproof. They can go down, like many others. Mt. Gox went down. Mintpal went down, Cryptsium went down, MCX now went down. So it's risky, because if these exchanges get hacked or go out of business, although yeah, you might lose everything. And if you want to store your coins, you download your wallet QT in your iOS, Android, or desktop. I believe that the desktop is the best best option to store your coins. So I'm blabbering already too much. It's 32 minutes, but it's like I said. I just want to share with you some charts, you know, because it's looking bullish. Everything is starting to look bullish, and it's like I said, you know, Bitcoin is just a question of time when it's going to see all-time highs, and that will mean the same for Ripple, for Verge, and for Dogecoin, for every other coin. You know, it's just going to happen. You know, it's just going to happen. You just have, if you're like me, you're patient. In this, when we start to see a little bit of movement, I like to reinvest my money. I like, sometimes when I make profit on a coin, depending on the coin, which one I want to hold long term or short term, until I see, well, I'm going to sell now. I'm at 100% or 200%, 400%, and then I'll try to flip it, you know, when I reach to these levels. And that's what I'm trying to do, because you really have to have discipline, because the bottom line is, you're seeing this bear chart here. Nobody made money in this bear chart. I hold a lot of coins since here, you know, and I usually avoid buying at the tops, and I don't buy at the tops. I avoid this. The coins already have broken out a lot. I stay away from them because I know that I'm going to get burned, you know, and that's what happened to people that bought Ripple at 20K 654 and never sold, you know. Of course, many sold because they panicked. It's actually not quite nice to hodl a coin that has devaluated, well, Jesus, like Bitcoin devaluated. But the bottom line is, it's hard, but that's why you never want to put yourself into that position. Never FOMO, because generally when you fear of missing out, it's when you start to see something like this in here, you know. Maybe you got it in here, maybe you got it in here. Of course, if you don't sell it, you're going to regret it, because if you don't sold here, you're going to tell yourself, let's wait another month or two, it will rebound. And then it continues to go lower. It continues to a little bit of go up, and then you think this time it's going to break up again, and then it continues to go down. It's very unmotivating, and the bottom line is I'm a hodler, and I've been holding throughout this whole period, and not talking about Ripple, but that same chart you see everywhere. Every coin went down like this, including Bitcoin, which I already showed. Dogecoin, which actually didn't drop a lot. Verge, from the all-time from the all-time highs that I told you, to see. That's Bitfinex. It hasn't been on Bitfinex for a very long time. That's why I like to take a look at charts that have the coin the longest. That's why I like to take a look at Bittrex. That was the all-time high last year. Big money, big money. 1,990.70. Of course, we also can take a look at the US dollar one. So Verge was actually worth around almost 30 cents. So we went down to briefly less than 1 cent. But it's like I said, I believe this bull market will be big, or might be even bigger than last year. I might be wrong, but just like I said, you just have to take a look at it. It went up very big time, and then it slowly got down, and now we're seeing the bottoms, and that's what you have to take a look at it. The bottoms. Where are the bottoms? It could be here. That's why technical analysis is not 100% proof, because according to this chart, Bitcoin should Verge should actually start to rise in here, but it didn't. It continued the massive go down, but it didn't, because it also has correlation directly with Bitcoin, and that's how the market works. So it's a boring video in regards to charting, but it's like I said, the time that you want to put money in any coin is when you see this. You don't want to put money in here. Well, when you start to see this, well, yeah, I put money here. Still enough time to put money in here. But never put money in here. When you start to see a chart going up like this, and when you start to see the MACD overbought, that sooner or later it's all over and it's going down. And the same with the RSI. That's why I like to take a look at the MACD and the RSI on the daily, and weekly and monthly chart. On the 5 minutes to 1 hour, it's not always accurate. Not always accurate. Although it tells you when it is oversold and overbought, but it doesn't mean much. If you really want to take a look, nice pennant is actually being created right now. Nice pennant here, so we could actually start to see some rising in here. The 1 hour is still saying it's going down. The RSI said middle, so it's like I said, these are technical indicators. They're not perfect. They're not 100% accurate. They work, but you can't completely rely on them, because that's just the nature of the beast. The markets, the markets are what they are. Sometimes they are manipulated, whereas there is manipulation going on, but the manipulation only lasts for some time, because the market does what it always does. It's a cycle. These are cycles that are actually happening, and I believe that the next one is actually starting. It's like I said, it's not because of, well, what makes you think that Bitcoin is going to the price levels it was last year, or surpass the all-time highs. No, I have to take a look at what is actually going on in the blockchain. Who is investing? Who wants to get into blockchain? And the New York Stock Exchange wants to get into crypto. Major businesses want to get into crypto. You know, institutions want to get into crypto with already the futures and the possibles and the realities. You know, I don't think that the ETFs are the holy grail for Bitcoin. You know, because there will continue to be space for manipulation, but it will happen. Manipulation will happen a lot of times, especially in a bear market, because when nobody wants to buy and everybody is selling, you know, you just have to have around 100 to 1,000 or to 4,000 bitcoins to give to move a market that to pump a market that is actually ain't doing anything, but that pump is not going to last. You know, it's just luring. They're just luring the next sucker to get in and to hold the bags, you know. But yeah, the ones that sold in the bear market, it's hard, you know, especially when you buy at the highs. But you're really starting to lose when you cash out, when you sell, and when you sell, it's where it hurts, you know, because yeah, I lost about 1,000%. Or 2,000% or 4,000%. Is not pretty. It's very very frustrating, and psychologically it's very fucked up, you know. But that's how the markets work, you know. And it's like I said, you know, the next bull run is going to happen, because no market goes up forever and goes down forever, you know. Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies went down, and we're seeing here, you know, very low levels in here. You know, there is still space to go down, but you know, it's like I said, even if it goes down, you pick up 25 or 50 bucks and you buy when you reach these levels. You know, so your dollar cost average, because the bottom line is the markets will rebound, and when they rebound, if they go to 5 cents, you're already in profit. You know, in overall, you're already in profit. So it's the best way you have to play it. You know, doesn't matter if you get into 50 bucks or 100 bucks or 1,000 bucks or 10,000 bucks. Although I always advise people not to put in more money they can't afford to lose, because you might, and maybe you will. So put in a little bit of money. You know, you don't need to invest a lot if you are lucky, and if you play your cards right, you know. Depending on the coins, you know, Verge was how much did it went up just last year from the beginning of the year? I can't remember anymore. I don't know if it was 600x or whatever, you know, 600x. So that means that if you spend about 50 bucks and it went down 600, Jesus. So let's just make a little calculation. So 60 bucks times 6,000%. It's just you know, $360,000. So a lot of guys made that. A lot of guys continued to hold like I did. Some guys sold at these levels, you know. But opportunity is on the rise again. This is the opportunity again. Markets went down, you know. Markets went down. Cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Of course, perhaps many coins they won't recover. That's why you make some research yourself to see which coins are around. I like Verge a lot. I like privacy coins a lot. I don't own any Monero because Monero is expensive for now for what I want to spend. So I buy cheaper coins. T-Pay. Just take a look at Token Pay. Token Pay. This is another chart here. This is Electronium. I actually had a position in here and I bought a lot higher. I must have bought around these levels here. Bought a little bit, not much. It's like I said, I like to play. I don't like to play it hard. To play it with a lot. I play it with a little, and like you can see here. So I bought it around 500 and something, around this level here. So the market was already going down, but nobody could foresee that it would continue. It would continue. It would continue, and like we can see here on the RSI, so we're sold. The MACD isn't signaling that very much that it is that it is oversold, but the RSI in these cases are a good indicator because they tell you the bottom. The MACD, there's divergence in here, so you can see here that it has clearly stayed in this level. So I believe that ETN might be on the run again. ETN might be close to going up again, but that is not actually the one that I was showing you. I wanted to show you the T-Pay chart in here. There is a correlation in here. The MACD is bottoming out. The RSI says already it's very, very, very oversold, like the MACD, but the RSI is telling you that it's very, very low. If it can continue to go down, of course it can. It can go to this level, which was around 1,143 satoshis. I actually bought some around this area, down here, yeah, around this area, because it's like I said, I don't like to buy on the top, never on the top. I like to get down here, like when it's going down. So if TP is actually bottoming out, well, the MACD looks like it. So like I was saying, yeah, it's bottoming out. It might be the low. It might continue to go lower. It's like I said, if you decide to buy something like that, you buy here. Don't buy much in case the market turns against you. So you buy a little bit. And if you decide to stay on board with the coin, any other coins, I'm just giving you an example. If it continues to go lower, you average your dollar cost. So when finally the market turns in your favor, you start to make money a lot faster than the first time you bought. That's how averaging works, and it works because that's how it works. But I'm already mumbling too much, almost 50 minutes. Jesus Christ, mumbling. But I'm seeing these graphics. I'm seeing these everywhere. Every chart that there is out there just looks like this one. Just maybe not Bitcoin Cash yet. Let's check out Bitcoin Cashes. Yep, it has go down. Maybe it's already bouncing. Well, I can see it on. I can't see it on this chart. Put it in here. So BCH, BTC. I know many people are not fans with BCH, but It's just the way it is. Yeah. Just taking a look at this chart, you know, Bitcoin Cash hasn't been around for a long time, so yeah, it's bouncing on a resistance level in here. There is a support in here, so it might start to turn. If not, it can go to this level or this one, maybe, but I don't think so. But it can still happen. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. That's the worst case scenario, but it still can happen. So let's check. Did I check LTC already? Yeah, LTC, Litecoin. Yeah, it's around support here. You can see there's clearly support in here. Clearly, so it's on Binance. I don't like this one as well because it hasn't been long enough on Binance. So let's check out Bitrex once again. Yeah, this chart is longer. There is a history, big history that you can see here. So it was not the bottom yet, was it? Yeah, it's around the bottom levels. So it's finding support around this area. If it doesn't hold, this is the next support. Besides that, but this chart might not be the best. Let's check out 1 week. Yeah, this one. It's hard to see where the bottom is, but yeah, the bottom seems to be at around these levels, you know. But it looks good, you know, because Litecoin seems to check again to see where Litecoin is. So one thing is for sure, it looks like it's bottoming out already. The RSI says it's already going up. The MACD as well, but there isn't really real movement in there. So that must be the next support. If it doesn't hold it, this one here is another 43 and a 35. Although to be quite honest, I don't see that happening. Yeah, the support level is around here. If it doesn't hold the 89, it might go to 60, 63, then the 46. Let's see here the 1 week. Yeah, the 1 week chart actually says the MACD still going down, but it's in the RSI it's already saying that it might have reached the oversold area. So yeah, we might start to see a bounce here. Maybe still not now because this is a weekly chart and it takes time, but it's like I said, all the charts are very similar, and according to Bitcoin we already at the levels that some coins already started to go up. Many other coins still have to correct. Some coins correct sooner than others, but when the correction mode is done, you know, they will rise up. So it's just a question where do you want to put your money? If you want to put your money into a coin, you know, do what try to figure out where the levels that it finds support and resistance. Support, it's preventing to go lower. If it breaks that support, you have to look for another one. Support becomes the resistance. So like in this case, Bitcoin wasn't able to go up from here, so that resistance level became support. No, no. That, yeah, that resistance. No, that it works when the market is going up. Yeah, when the market is going up, if Bitcoin would have surpassed this level here, this resistance would become support. So it couldn't break the resistance. It went lower. It's finding support at this level, like you can see in here. It already tried. It's already in the fourth time, so we can see very clearly this is a support level right now. So it might try to go up again. If it can't go up, it will fail the support and will continue to go lower and find the next one. This one might be the next one. This one. So that's kind of how it works. And yeah, I'm already mumbling for 1 hour, but you know, I just wanted to share a little bit of this information with you. So once again, if you want to earn some Verge, you know, it's not much, you know, 0.11001, you know, we're talking about around 400 Verge, which in dollar cost, we can do it in here. It's not big money, but it's something, you know, to get your feet wet if you're the first time. So 400 Verge, $7. It's like I said, it's not much, but it's already something to start. Of course, that value can fluctuate. If the price of Bitcoin continues to go up, it's less. The price of Verge continues to go up. You know, although it will still be 0.01 BTC, but of course, like the price of Verge has risen, the Verge coins will get a little bit lower. So that's how it plays. You know, $7 for you to play for the first time. You can use the Binance wallet, or you can use your own Verge wallet. It's up to you. If you decide to give it a try, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter. So we're around 24 followers left for me to give the giveaway. So all you have to do is, like I say in here, just sign up with my referral link and put in your first 2 letters of the email if you don't want to share it, and your Verge address, and that's how I'm going to play it. If you decide you want some free coins to play around, do it. It's risk free. If you lose it, if you want to trade, it's up to you. At least you had something, or you put it down into your wallet and wait for it maybe to be worth 20 cents again. I believe that Verge will be a lot higher. I don't know how much higher, but you know, at least you will have, if it happens to go to the all-time highs again at around 20 cents, well, instead of $7, you will have what is it, higher than 700 bucks. I don't know. It's up to you what to do with the money. So don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up on the video. I know it's long. I know most of you guys won't stand here for 1 hour and listen to me babble about the markets, but it just felt like it. So give me a subscribe button, give me a thumbs up on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and if you want some Verge, just sign up and put your Verge address and your email on my Twitter feed, and you might be the lucky winner. I'm the coin, and I'm